What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. I hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I told y'all the content is coming today. LeBron James dropped the stimulus package. So I wanted to talk about this whole situation that got everybody in a frenzy. Everybody panties got in a bunch when LeBron said this. I mean, Stephen A. Smith, Mad Dog, Chris Russo, whatever his name is, right? Dreamers Pro. All these dudes are so mad that LeBron said this. So LeBron was talking about Giannis and basically said that if Giannis played in the 70s, he'd get 250 points, right? Now, obviously, when he said 250, he was exaggerating. Like, LeBron doesn't believe he would really get 250 points. But in so many words, he was saying Giannis would be extremely dominant to the point that nobody would be able to stop him. Nobody would be able to contend with him. I guarantee you, Giannis probably would have averaged 60-something a game. 60-something a game in the 70s. Right? Because Giannis is so much more athletically gifted than those guys were. Other than Wilt Chamberlain, who was a superb athlete and super strong. Them dudes back then was not as strong and athletically gifted. They were probably strong, but not as strong combined with that athleticism that Giannis has. They never saw no shit like that at all. None of them dudes 70, 60. Who Dolph Shays and them finna guard him? Dolph Shays, Tom Heinzen, Cedric Cornbread Maxwell. They not fucking with Giannis, man. Get up out of here, dog. Like, get up out of here. I know people say, it's disrespectful to previous eras when you say that. And yeah, it's not something that you should say out loud. I wouldn't have said it out loud, but I definitely would think it, of course. That's some shit I would say in a barbershop with me and my friends, me and my boys. You feel me? Me and my partners, we definitely be like, yo, man, Dwight and Giannis and them killing them dudes back in the day. We would definitely say that, right? Because evolution happens and athletes evolve over time. They become, again, they get, look how athletically gifted Giannis and them is, how athletically gifted Giannis is compared to other players of yesteryear. Look at how much look at the simple dunks that were winning dunk contests in the 90s. In the late 90s, rather. Not Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins, because that was crazy. But like when Kobe won in 97, that dunk contest was horrible. It was so terrible, they let the dunk contest go for a couple of years. And then when they brought it back, they had a little spin the wheel. Basically telling guys what dunks they should do in order to perform the dunk, right? The dunk contest that Kobe was in was so terrible, they just eliminated the contest all within itself, right? Now compare them dunks that Kobe and them did, that won the dunk contest that year, and not even that won. Compare the dunk contest that you had in the late 90s to the dunk contest that Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine did. Come on, man. Look how far advanced these athletes have become, that they're doing shit that is unfathomable. That was unfathomable. Is that a word? That people couldn't fathom, couldn't understand back in the day. You wouldn't, if you told somebody back in the 80s or the 70s that you can do the dunks that Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine did in the dunk contest, they would lose their mind. The same way you tell dudes in the 70s that somebody was doing the dunks that Vince Carter was doing in the 2000 dunk contest, they would lose their damn mind. They wouldn't believe it. They wouldn't believe it. Right? So athletes, again, they get better over time, get more athletically gifted, they get, stronger, so on and so forth. And I know some of y'all gonna make the point where if these dudes so strong, why they getting injured? Why they ain't playing all these games? All that. I know y'all gonna make that point. But what I'm saying is, you're not gonna tell me that Giannis would not have murked them dudes back in the day. Right? And while LeBron probably saying it may come off disrespectful, it's the truth. It's the truth, right? But here's the thing, that the kicker. People are worried about LeBron being respectful to the previous generation. And this current generation gets shitted on all the time. You got dudes out here acting like Muggsy Bogues and Spud Webb without slaughter dudes today. I got a lot of respect for Muggsy, because playing in the NBA at 5'3" is an incredible feat. To get drafted out of Wake Forest, to get a collegiate scholarship that small, Division I scholarship at a big time school at 5'3" is a tremendous feat. That is outstanding that he did that. And he played for a nice amount of time. Muggsy Bogues not playing in today's NBA, y'all. He's too small. These guys will block his shot every time he get it up. Every time he put his shot up, they're going to block it. Their lateral quickness is outstanding. Their leaping ability is outstanding. I know y'all going to say, don't even play no defense. You don't really got to play defense to get Muggsy off of his game, to get Muggsy out of the game. You really don't. These dudes are just so much more athletically gifted. Muggsy not getting his shot off today. He's not. Spud Webb, same thing. And Spud was a leaper. Dudes is sending Spud stuff in the stands. Shit, you know, Nate Robinson had to figure stuff out, but Nate was taller than Spud, like 2 inches taller. 2.5 inches taller, something like that. I mean, Nate was getting off too, though. You know what I mean? But, you know, again, athletes is just a different game. People acting like dudes like Cornbread Maxwell and them Achilles dudes today. And oh man, saying Michael Jordan would get 60, okay, cool. Mike, different story. But people they be saying acting like role players would just kill today's NBA players. And role players that were not the most skilled role players. No, they not. You know what I mean? So how is that any different when you say LeBron? LeBron saying Giannis a kill and get 250 points. Again, he was exaggerating. He didn't mean literally 250 for the people who playing dumb or who just want to be like anti-LeBron. He didn't really mean 250 points, but he was saying LeBron will murk the competition. Giannis would murk the competition. Giannis would score at least 60 a game in the 70s, 100%. I don't doubt it at all, right? But for anybody that's saying LeBron being disrespectful for saying Giannis would kill in the 70s, when y'all consider what you're saying disrespectful to say that these dudes, role players and all of these dudes will be getting off in today's NBA, ain't that disrespectful? Right? So the disrespect goes hand in hand. Okay? Hand in hand. But I don't think, like what? Shaq would slaughter them dudes in the 70s. You're not going to get me to think otherwise. Who's stopping him? The great Bill Russell and Will Chamberlain are both brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, my fraternity, and they're Pantheon great players. But I mean, like, other than them, who's stopping these dudes? I don't even know if they could. They was really rather slim. Now, Wilt was strong as an ox, and I'm sure Bill Russell was too. But this story is about Wilt benching 500-something pounds, right, and all of that. And he was he was long jumping and running track and all of that in college at Kansas, all of that. But who's stopping Shaquille O'Neal for real? All you can do is foul him and pray. Foul him, send him to the line, and then pray about it. Dream would neutralize Shaq pretty good. It's only certain people that could do that, man. Them dudes back in the day wouldn't cut like Dream to be stopping Shaquille O'Neal, the most physically imposing and physically dominating center or player for real we've ever seen in the NBA in the modern era. The most physically dominating specimen we've ever seen in the NBA's modern era. For real. Who's stopping him? Who's stopping that? I'm like Boone, Uncle Ruckus on the Boone. I see, you can't name one. You can't name one. Who, you want to pull such and such out your ass? Remember, you want to pull Ali out your ass? Well, if that, anyway. Yeah, man, I don't see the big deal about what LeBron said. Yeah, it can come across as disrespectful to the previous era. I will admit that. It can come across as disrespectful when you say a dude today would kill them like that. They can come across as disrespectful for sure. It can. But it's true. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. Giannis getting off. Rock-a-bye baby in the 70s. He murking them dudes. Slaughtering them. Cooking them. Sauteing them. Grilling them. Air frying them. Baking them. Putting them in the crock pot. Putting them on a hot plate. You hear me? I'm talking about he putting them, what? Anything you can think. Putting them on a George Foreman grill. Rest in peace to the late, great George Foreman. Getting them up out of here. What Jetty Kid say, I don't care if they model, but they all gonna chill. The first player to cook base on a Foreman grill. And listen, Giannis gonna cook them boys on a Foreman grill. And it's without question. I know people not gonna like that, but it's the truth. Who's stopping? Like, come on, man. Like, no. Athletes evolve over time. Joe Dumars, I got a lot of respect for Joe D. Man. Joe Dumars from McNeese State. Joe D, NBA Finals MVP. Great player, right? Michael Jordan say Joe Dumars was the hardest person to guard him. Kobe Bryant fucking Joe Dumars up. No disrespect. Carmelo Anthony murking Joe Dumars. No disrespect. Kevin Durant and them smoking them dudes, man. What? Are you saying? What? Kevin Durant going in the 70s murking them. So what is we talking about? We talking about Giannis, man. Giannis got like 2 league MVPs? A defensive player of the year, 1 MVP and defensive player of the year in the same year, same season. This ain't no just Tayshaun Prince. This is Giannis Antetokounmpo we talking about. It's not far-fetched to believe he would slaughter in the 70s. People just mad because they don't want you to say stuff about previous eras. But you can trash this current era all day long, even though people make money covering this current era. The media can trash the current era all they want to. Can't say nothing about the old era. And players being able to be dropped off in that era and slaughtering. Because LeBron and Kevin Durant and Giannis, Carmelo, all of them getting off in the 70s. And don't say, well, you don't know that. You don't know that. The same way y'all don't know that dudes like Muggsy Bogues and them would be killing dudes today. You don't know that. I'm telling you they won't. And I love Muggsy. Got a lot of respect for Muggsy. He's just too small to play in the modern era basketball. Just with how athletic and how quick these guys are. Too small. Russell Westbrook locking that up against him. D Rose now locking, and D Rose wasn't no defender for real. He was a hooper, but he wasn't no lockdown defender. Lockdown, he could stay in front of you. You know what I'm saying? He can stay in front of you, make your shot difficult. He got some good defense. Derek got some good defensive plays though. He got some good defensive plays, but he wasn't just no lockdown defender. And Derek ain't he locking Muggsy up just off the fact he's so small, and Derek is quicker than Muggsy. Quicker than Muggsy, more athletic than Muggsy, all of that. Athletes evolve over time, and y'all got to get that through y'all head, man. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out, y'all. Peace.